Hey, it's Ellie, welcome back to another video. So today I am doing more art for Dungeons & Dragons. This is a character in the Curse of Strahd campaign that I just recently got and have been kind of working through creating a bunch of art for that campaign. This is Gertruda, and I mentioned this in my other art video, but I'm not going to be talking about these characters specifically because I'm not sure if some of my players are going to be watching my art videos, and just in case, I don't want to give them any spoilers to these characters. But her name is Gertruda, and that's pretty much all you need to know for now. So yeah, this is my third portrait ever, total portrait or any sort of art, honestly, because this is the third thing that I worked on. The first thing I didn't end up finishing because I was just kind of playing around with the colors and whatnot and figuring out all the tools that I had. I was lucky that I was already familiar with Photoshop, so I didn't really have to spend too much time figuring out how to work Photoshop itself. I just needed to figure out what tools I was going to use doing art like this versus all the other things I had used Photoshop for before. But yeah, the second thing that I worked on was the green-skinned girl, which I have already posted. It's the first thing that I finished, and this is the next thing that I moved to. So I'm just kind of moving right along with my art, and I think this one turned out okay. It's there's something a little blurry about it. I think I'm not quite sure. Just something that I don't quite like about it as far as like the face and everything. I think it needs to be, I think I need a little bit more sharper of lines and contrast in some area than what I ended up going for. And the other thing is that I definitely need to work on the hair and the clothing because I feel like it just looks a little disjointed compared to my faces, because I can make the faces like, I don't want to say realistic, but semi-realistic would maybe be a good okay description for them. I don't want to I'm not trying to say that I'm doing amazing with my art or anything, but I do think that I am moving into the semi-realistic territory already. The clothing though and the hair doesn't really match that style, which is what I would like to go for in the end. But I'm just really struggling with like hair texture and getting the clothing right as far as the shading and everything, and just making it realistic looking. Texture is hard. Texture is hard to do on digital art, I think. That's what I'm struggling with the most right now. And then a little bit with mouth shapes still. They're just very they've got a lot of depth to them. I think that's the problem. And not like a nose where it kind of comes out and it's very pronounced. Lips are subtle and then it pulls the face. Kind of, they blend together, but the corner of your lips and like the corner of your mouth, it kind of pulls at the skin a little bit. So I don't know how to explain it, but like the shadows and the shading is interesting. It's very intricate on lips and mouths in general, so that's what I would like to work on as I move forward in my drawings. But yeah, I think it's coming along okay, everything that I've been doing. I feel like it looks the way that I want it to. Like in the end, I do sometimes just start fiddling needlessly with things and I don't really get anything done, which is why I end up just calling it for the drawings at this point, because I know I could do better, obviously, but I think this is where my capabilities are right now, and that if I keep pushing, like keep reworking the same thing, then it won't really be an improvement. It'll just be, I don't know, a waste of time just reworking the same thing over and over if I can't really do better than what I already have, you know what I mean? So I don't know if that made any sense. That seemed really convoluted when I started talking about it, but anyway, yeah, eventually I will get better at these things, and until then, I'm just gonna keep practicing, and you know, every time I think will see some improvement, or at least I should. I hope I do. And for now, these things are turning out okay though. I think they're good enough to use, like in a campaign and whatever. Some of them look better than others in the smaller, like, token size and map tools. Some of them look a little wonky, but I don't think that's really... I don't know how to fix that, honestly. I'm probably gonna look into it a little more and see if I can get better images for the tokens from what I have, whatever I have to do that, because they just look a little strange in the mini version. Like, even I've been using official art for the Dragon of Icespire Peak campaign that I'm creating in map tools. I'm not going to share anything for that because, like I said, I'm just using the official art, and even those look a little weird in the tokens, so I'm not sure what size or dimension I need the pictures to be to make them really stand out as a token. I'm not sure if it's even possible. Maybe they're always going to look a little off. Anyway, so yeah, this coming along, I lost some of the footage for this. I don't know what happened to it, honestly. I'm sorry about that. I thought I had everything for this video, for this drawing in particular, but when I was putting it all together, it just, I didn't finish it. It seemed like a file missing. I think I deleted it on accident when I was going through and doing some other stuff. So I'm not sure what happened there, but you see most of me drawing this, most of the face, none of the clothing, because I honestly didn't know what I was going to do for the clothing. She's described as wearing a nightgown, which obviously I didn't want her to be in the turtleneck that, like, my reference photo has. That's just the reference. I don't usually use the actual clothing of the reference photo. I do in one case because I thought the dress that this little girl was in, like, fit very well for the character that she's supposed to be, so I did end up keeping, like, one character clothing, or maybe two, because I think I did a guy that just has a vest on, and that was simple enough that I felt like it made sense for him to wear that, because I didn't know, I would probably put him in something similar anyway. But for Gertruda, she was described as wearing a nightgown, and so I had to figure out what her nightgown is gonna look like. I wasn't really sure at the time. I'm not really happy with the clothing on any of the drawings that I've done so far, I think, because like I said, I'm struggling with the texture and everything, so I don't think they look very good, but they're, you know, they have clothes, so that's the important part, I guess. I don't want them to be naked. That's the best I can do. I'm almost thinking maybe I should just go through and do like a collage of just outfits, just clothing, and practice it, because that would probably be helpful for me. The shading is weird on clothes, and the texture. I already talked about this, but yeah. I think maybe that would actually help. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll do it on stream sometime. I haven't quite set up all my streaming stuff. I'm almost there. I've been redoing, like, my banners for my YouTube and my Twitch stuff, and making sure my overlays are all in order and everything like that. So the last thing I have to do, I think, is just finalize everything, and I guess I can't really... The first time I started streaming, I did a test stream because nobody followed me, but now I have some followers, and I'm sure more people will follow me, so I guess I'm not going to do a test stream anymore. So whoever's first in my streaming, like that first stream, is going to be my guinea pigs for, like, how loud the music is, and making sure my microphone is working right, and volume of everything else, and all that. I don't know. It's gonna be interesting. I'm nervous, but I'm also really, really looking forward to streaming, because I think it's gonna be really fun and chill to just do some drawings and be able to chat with you guys in real time. I'm expecting like 3 people to be there, to be honest, but it's okay. I'm still looking forward to it. And I am excited to be able to practice all the art, because I'll be able to share it on YouTube afterwards and everything. So I just feel like it's going to be a good time. And once my banners and everything is done, I'm going to put my schedule on Twitch, and then I will start. I'm thinking next week. I really hope I can finish everything by next week, because I wanted to start streaming by the 2nd week of January at the latest, but I'm not sure. It might be the 3rd week, if I can manage that. I also, if I stream on the 2nd week, it's probably going to be different from what my normal schedule is, because I don't know what my class schedule yet is for the rest of the spring semester. Classes start in February, but I don't find out my schedule until the 15th of January, which is actually really annoying, because I would like to give my class schedule to my workplace and everything so they can schedule my shifts for February, but there's apparently no way the school can let me see my schedule before I go to orientation on the 15th. Because I'm a transfer student, so I've got to go to orientation again. It's very... this is the part about college that I don't like. I'm like, all this nonsense almost. It just is kind of bothersome. But whatever, I'm just glad to be in school, so I'm not going to complain too much. I'll find out my schedule on the 15th, and then I will know what kind of schedule I can have for Twitch after that. After I work through when my classes are. I can't stream when I have class, obviously, but I should be able to find a day or a time that's free for a couple hours that I can stream and just make it a consistent thing. That's what I want the most, is just to be consistent with it, so that everyone who wants to be there can look forward to it being at that time. And then, you know, if you're not there, then you'll just see it on YouTube later, probably, because I'm just gonna post. I'll probably just do like a speed run of whatever I make on Twitch and leave the VODs on Twitch. Before, when I streamed like twice, I put the VODs on YouTube afterwards, but I think for my art streams I won't do that. I'm just gonna leave them on Twitch so that I have some backlog videos there. And then I'll also post the speed run of that on YouTube. So, because I think that's a better format anyway. Nobody wants to watch 3 hours of a live stream on YouTube. That's not as exciting, especially for art, because it's so slow. But anyway, the video is just about done. Well, for what I have, the footage, obviously the artwork is not just about done, but the video is. There's definitely something blurry about, I think, her eyes, and maybe a little bit of the nose shadow that I could go in and fix, and that would probably help out a lot with the problems that I'm already seeing on my artwork here as I rewatch it, which is kind of nice. I like rewatching this so that I can really see the mistakes that I've made. But anyway, that's about it. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to give it a like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Go follow me on Twitch, because I'll be streaming very soon. I might already be streaming by the time this video is out, but probably not. And join my Discord, because I'm going to post all of my art there if you would like to see it. That's a good place to go. Plus all the D&D stuff. Also, if you want to use these tokens, I mean, go ahead, because they'll be there for you. So again, thanks for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video. Until then, bye!